This came in from Helen 2 nights ago when we were setting up. And this is about what you're getting ready to see. Hi, my dear Rick. I was a bit worried that the message might be too ethereal for the group. And I thought it was going to be at 5 p.m. as the website program shows. Anyway, you said to do the speech we always wanted to do. And my life lesson has been to see the big picture, to make sure you understand the bigger connection with all we do. I hope they don't find it too preachy, but more informative and thoughtful for them to know they are a part of this wonderful, large, and global industry of ours, doing good, making the world better. We all will stay tuned.
I remember in 1998, I was in Peru, and I was serving as the Minister of Tourism for the United States in a meeting with 18 other ministers of tourism for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Economies, APEC. Well, we journeyed an hour outside of Lima to see an archaeological site, and the president of Peru was to meet us there. So to provide a waving greeting to all, over 100 school children lined an unpaved country road, fully dressed in their school uniforms, in 90-degree sunshine. I'm saying no shade in sight. They had been standing in this line for over 2 hours, waiting. Well, as the van we were in stopped at the site to take pictures from the windows, I got out and walked over to the line of children instead to thank them for their greeting. Suddenly, they broke away and they came running forward, totally surrounding me with their excitement of giggles and hugs and pleas for pictures together. Oh, the rest of the ministers saw this and they quickly got out of the vans to join in the joyful experience. Yes, we all connected for but a moment, but our hearts filled with their laughter has lasted forever. Well, that's what our industry is truly about.
So that's the introduction. We have an important handout for you. Over her 20 years of working in Washington, Helen actually created a new term that they call Helenisms. And Ron Erdman provided me this list of Helenisms to share with you guys. You will be tested on this later, so it's important that we know that you have done your homework. This is my last copy. No, I've got one more. Perfect number. Yeah. Perfect number. Helen does send her regrets. She is in Bali at a global ministers conference that she just couldn't break, but she prepared these 2 videos for us.
Hello. Thanks for allowing me to share some ideas with you today via video to spirit this meetup session out Cita. Rick has kindly volunteered to carry the session on after the showing of this commentary, so he will add a bit of the craziness needed. As the head of government and industry affairs for the World Travel and Tourism Council, based in London, England, it is my honor to share this message today, designed to acknowledge the value of the industry you are part of, and what needs and can be done to spur its growth. Just briefly, our council is comprised of 130 CEOs of the leading global companies dedicated to raising the awareness of travel and tourism as one of the world's largest industries. Simply put, WTTC advocates partnership between the public and private sectors, delivering results that match the needs of economies, local and regional authorities, and local communities with those of business. Our industry delivers. You make the deals, the travelers plan, the destinations entertain, and the country gets the benefits. Revenues, jobs, investment. Easy enough. But do you actually ever reflect on the bigger picture of what this industry is really about? What your businesses are really contributing to? The facts are strong. Travel and tourism produces 9% of the global GDP, 1 in 11 jobs, or 260 million strong, 5% of investment, and 5% of world exports. Not bad for an industry comprised of small and medium-sized enterprises. The bigger picture is of world trade, jobs generation, and community pride. That should give you good reason to celebrate what you do. Ever think about how you represent an export in the balance of trade when you bring travelers or send travelers across borders? Since it is impossible to send one's country out like we send gadgets, or to outsource the workforce that delivers the travel and tourism experience, whether for leisure or for conventions, we are considered an export service industry. Yes, the bean counters of the world qualify the money that is spent by the foreign traveler in the country being visited and the airfare paid to the national carrier to get to that country as an export. No gadgets involved, just the expenses for the experience, the receipts. This is a little known or understood benefit of our industry among leaders and our own industry businesses for that matter. And we command a 5% share of all global exports. Oh, and a 30% share of global services exports. So who cares, you ask? Well, you should, because looking at the bigger picture allows you to understand the world around you a bit better and the realm of your contribution. It should give you a source of pride in how you are adding to global growth and economic health and development. So it helps to know that when things are tough, it's not just because there is something wrong with you are doing. It could indeed be the world condition. 2008 reminds you of that? So now let's go beyond the numbers to think of some of the other intrinsic contributions that travel and tourism is really doing for this globe of ours. We have disputes all over. Do you ever think how much good we do by getting people to travel to strange lands and experience different cultures, both through the people and the traditions, as well as the historical sites or lands? Just think about the discovery of the Americas alone, the driving spirit and courage to take on the adventure of exploring new lands and creating new cultural behaviors. Our industry thrives on that same spirit, and we are here today because our forefathers allowed us all in. Well, it's by talking and understanding one another face to face that we learn lessons of the past and we gain better knowledge to resolve conflicts of the future. All of this takes an openness that allows us to move more freely while still ensuring security. We need to be smarter about how we control the borders, though, so we can open the gates to let the travelers in.